The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Chargers and the Saints. All that and more coming up next.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at Week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap, and the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
Carr now on first down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath him, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Carr again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. play action. It's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Herbert now. And this is caught by Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave.
And he'll be out right at the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Carr now on 1st down.
The pass caught by Olave.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Kamara up the middle. A gain of 3, 2nd down. To throw his Carr. Thomas brings it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. throwing his car on third down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. A tight one after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
The Chargers ready to take over.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Justin Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Carr going to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Throwing again on second down. Carr with a catch made by Johnson. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Carr again here on second and 10. Flush to his right. He's got Smith here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On second and 11 now. Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Carr now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing now is Carr.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Man, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10.
At their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down.
Herbert. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Again, Herbert. Incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him the first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On play action, now Carr.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Coming left is Kamara. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. John Hightower now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr again. Flushed out right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Carr now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Carr.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. It's caught. Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Carr to throw again.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 2nd and 10. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's got Allen. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. And Thomas has it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From midfield, here's Carr. Olave holds it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Chargers getting set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert buying time to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Herbert has it knocked free. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That tackle for loss earned by Alontae Taylor.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. From just shy of midfield, Carr. And he fires one incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Carr now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. Open man downfield. It's Palmer.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and very short, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Herbert on 3rd down now. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for
touchdown Chargers. Gerald Everett from 10 yards out. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On 1st down, Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Winston got his man complete over the middle. That's Perry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Stick looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They're going to go play action now with Stick. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
first and 10, Stick. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stick on the screen, complete to Spiller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, I had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Winston. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now the 4th-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stick looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Now the former UCLA Bruin, this is Joshua Kelly.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. Stick from the gun. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Now Winston.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Winston from the gun on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Stick back to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A shotgun throw for Stick. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Winston now. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And they run the option on 2nd down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stick. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They'll run for him with Spiller. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Saints will have the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in a big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now right out of the 2-minute break,
will get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Chargers now down by 6. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now stick.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Stick to Guyton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw.
That's caught. It's John Hightower.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he's got his man on the out route.
It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game, but the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.